Alrighty. We should be good to go. Seems fine. Make sure we're good to go over here. I'm hoping we're good to go over here. Okay. I think we're good. Why don't we let's just get it started. How about that? How about we just jump in and just play the freaking game? Start recording. I didn't mean to look at you. Load it in. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Alright. My stream clashed. Melon Man, what's up? How are you? I hope you're doing alright today. I hope you're doing real well. I just got done setting up, watching it. Basically, took me about an hour, but just got done watching a Discord server video. So started to work on the Discord server. We're getting there. It's not complete by any means, but we're getting there. So hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll probably finish working on it this evening. But I really wanted to stream this afternoon, at least for like an hour, maybe, well, yeah, for about an hour or two. And then, you know, hit up the old, I don't know, go run my errands and stuff that I gotta do this evening. And then I guess I can come back later on and I can start, I don't know, maybe I'll stream this evening, I don't know. But I know Friday I will definitely be streaming, so. Yeah! Oh, that was a very long-winded way of saying that I'm working on stuff, you know what I mean? Oh crap, I gotta call and make sure I set up my workout for this evening. Let me do that really quick. Let me mute myself. Hey Jay, sorry about that. I was setting up my kids for childcare at the gym this evening. I almost forgot to do that. So yeah, another wild Splunky has appeared. I figured out why my stream was crashing. There was another graphics card update, which was really cool. You know, you love to see those. I don't get notifications for it, so I realized that happens whenever my stream starts to crash. So there was that. But I got that sorted out, fixed, and whatnot. Also spent about an hour working on the Discord server, so we are slowly but surely getting that put together. Really excited about that. I guess, sort of. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just yeah. Also, make sure everything else is working the way that it's supposed to. I don't care about any of that. Don't care about any of that. Hopefully the stream is working properly. I didn't check anything. It looks like it's working, but I really don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. Who's Zotes with the like on the live? Appreciate it, Zotes. You're doing all right. I hope you're doing well. So it's been like raining cats and dogs today. I'm so sick of it. Yo, what's up? Gotcha. Yeah, I was bummed out because it crashed mid-combo last night, but what's the deal with Discord? I'm not a Discord person, but I will be for the Splunklings. I've been asked so many times to create a Discord that I just got sick and tired of hearing it, so I'm working on it. I got rules set up, I got a bot set up. I basically just watched a guide. I spent like 45 minutes today working on that, and then I'll probably finish it this evening. And then I got member roles and everything kind of set up. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big Discord guy, but apparently people love it. So there's that. You know, just slowly but surely getting it together. But just a friendly reminder: I'm nobody's mama or daddy. I'm not babysitting. So follow the rules and whatnot. I don't know. There's a whole thing. I'm setting it all up, so it should be smooth sailing. But I don't know. What am I building? That's a fantastic question, Sarah. I'll show you. So, right now I am covering all the slime on the floor with white carpet, as you can tell. And the goal here is to put a design on it, and I can show you what that design is. Give me just a second. Let me pull it up. Where did it go? Where is it? Where is it? Up here. Alright, so this is the design that I'm working on, that I'll put on top of the floor. So all of the dark gray is going to be white, and then obviously black, lime green, and then the lettering there. So yeah, that is what's going on the floor here. Once I cover it with the white carpet. Hello, great streamer. Mule Man, what's up? How are you? Oh, very slay. Thank you. I'm trying. And then after that, I'm going to build a giant planet and also a giant spaceship, and it's going to be shooting that planet, causing it to explode, and that will be my subscriber / membership only area. Anybody that, you know, pays a monthly fee to support me, that's where it will go. Yo, Sarah, thank you for the 4 gifts, the 4 roses. That's what, that is so kind. Thank you. Was not expecting that. I swear you had made more progress on placing carpet. Am I tweaking? Oh, you're 100% tweaking. You're 100% tweaking. You should also make tiny aliens. I plan on making some aliens. All right, there will be. I know for sure I'm putting an alien inside the spaceship. The problem is I haven't worked out any of this in my head. I just had the idea, and I kind of had general ideas of what I want to do, but I haven't really worked out anything beyond that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a work in progress. But I do want some aliens. I have some ideas for, like, I don't know, the aesthetic of the spaceship. You know, maybe I want to put 2 or 3 spaceships. I'm not entirely sure. But also I'm going to put up like a wall on this backside, and then there's going to be 3 walls of glass, kind of like you're looking into a box that kind of is looking over everything. Kind of like if you were to go buy, I don't know, an action figure or like a One Piece figurine, and you want to keep it inside of a case. It's going to be like that, and I'm going to decorate the outside of that as well. So it's going to be dope. Or at the very least, I hope it is. You know, I guess there's this off chance that it's not dope at all, and, you know, and if it's not dope, well then, I don't know what to do. I may have a mental breakdown at that point. I'm kind of losing all sense of self sitting here placing all this carpet, but I have you guys to talk to, and that really does help. A space snow globe, basically. Yes, that's basically it. Just a little space scene that we're gonna create, and hopefully it turns out well. And but it should be fun. I have been thinking about how I want to like add. I don't know if there's a way of adding stars, but I would really love for there to be like dots or something in the sky. I don't know if that is a possibility. It may not be possible, but I don't know. Maybe then again, maybe it can be. That was a thought that popped up in my head like later on. You know what I mean? IRL space snow globe would be so sick. Ooh, okay. What would you want to see in that snow globe? If you're gonna do an IRL one, what scene would you want in there? What would you put in that snow globe? That's the real question here. Don't do that. If you turn it upside down, then it abducts a cow or something, that would actually be insane. Hi there, I had a great time watching your play, even though I was only there for a short time, and I would love supporting you more. When do you usually stream? Hang out on Discord. Below is my Discord username. It's another bot, guys, on Twitch. Thank you. You can use frog lights or prismarine lamps for the stars. That's a good idea. And then mix it in with like, what is it, the end stick things, the lights that they have, end rods. There we go, end rods. Sprinkle those in for like little tiny stars, possibly. You know? The real question is, do I have a spaceship that is like more round, or do I have one that's like more long? You know what I mean? These are all the things that I'm trying to figure out, and I have no idea yet. I haven't quite decided. My brain's not braining, you know what I mean? Get out of here, Enderman. Yo. Broke Me is following. Thank you for the follow. I don't know where you... Oh. Hello, mate. Love your stream and would like to be a fan and friend. Add me on Discord. Ah, great. Never mind. It's another bot. It's another bot. Joy. Make sure it doesn't look like an egg. I will do my best. I've never built a spaceship, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how to use World Edit or Axiom, so I don't have anything pre-built in like creative. It's all just in my head. So it's gonna be an interesting time trying to put it all together. Hopefully it works out well. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it turns out well. Is the spaceship going to be Splunk themed? No. I don't think so. Maybe? I guess it could be. I wasn't planning on it. There's going to be Optic Gaming themed, mainly. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a great question. Probably to some degree because, if we're being honest here, since it's going to be the membership and like subscriber only area, like there's going to be some like customization that I want to do to it. So I guess in that regard, yes, there will be some splunkage going on with the theme of it all. But I haven't really decided on a full color theme. Like since we're blowing up a planet, it needs to be a bit more serious, I feel like. But maybe not, right? Maybe I can make it like cartoony and stuff. I really have no clue. You're asking all the right questions, and I have none of the answers for it. I'm just kind of existing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there's that. Bum 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 bum. Dude, it's already Wednesday, which is crazy. I'm really excited for Friday because we get to have a full stream on Friday. Just a long stream, which I don't know. Obviously, we're gonna get all this carpet down this week, or maybe not this week, but like during this next week when I get to stream full time. The question is, and the hope is that I can actually finish the full design on the floor. That would be so sick. You're heading to Utah tomorrow. Ooh, what's in Utah? Have I ever been to Utah? No, I have not. I've never been to Utah, but I've heard it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful state. I hope you have fun. Is it like for vacation or for work? Or maybe there's another reason. I don't know. Have you ever been to Utah? That's on, really, I want to go to all 50 states. I've never been to all 50 states. I've been to quite a few. Probably 10 or 15. Maybe that's not quite. Ah, okay, cool. Sick. Heck yeah. No, man, I'm not gonna add you on Discord. I'm not adding you on Discord. I don't know who you are. It's beautiful, but the food is trash? Oh, no. Oh, no. You're gonna have to have a talk with them. I assume your sister knows how to cook, so at least you'll be in good hands. Or at least I'm hoping she knows how to cook. The hope is. Or maybe, I don't know if she has a husband or not, or a boyfriend or something. Hopefully someone up there knows how to cook. No way. Oh no, not Arby's. I mean, I don't hate Arby's. Let me just put that out there. I don't hate Arby's, okay? It just, you know what I mean? I feel like there are better options out there than Arby's. The fact that that's the most popular restaurant is crazy to me. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll eat it if I have to, but I mean, I'd rather not, you know what I mean? Like, every time I have Arby's, I have like a craving for it, which is very rare. like probably once every couple of years am I like, Arby's sounds good right now. It's just not something that I hear very often. You know? I eat an annual beef and cheddar from Arby's and the curly fries go stupid. See, the curly fries for me are hit or miss. Okay? Now the beef and cheddar I do enjoy, but that is also hit or miss. Like, Arby's is one of those places, in my personal opinion, that it's either hitting or it's not. There's no like in between where I'm like, that was pretty good. You know what I mean? And I have an Arby's pretty close to where I live, and usually it's on the not hitting side. It makes me very sad. The only thing is the milkshake. I don't think I've ever had a milkshake from there. I don't think I ever have. Hello, great streamer. Hello. Thank you. But you know what I mean? That's why I go once a year. And you're just rolling the dice. You're hoping it's that one out of 365. I get it. I respect it. Do I really eat fast food all that much? I haven't, and not really. I really haven't. The other night I had a craving for some ice cream, but my wife talked me out of it, so instead I ate toast with jam and had like a bowl or two of cereal. Which honestly was probably way better than consuming a ton of ice cream, because I wanted so much ice cream. It was one of those nights, and I did tell my wife a while back, I was like, hey, if I ever ask for any of this stuff, you just tell me no. So, I did try to argue with her. Hi there, I had a great time watching your... Hold on, 1 second, Kevin. 1 second. One moment here. Dun 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 dun, bum 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 bum. One moment here. Bum 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 bum. All right. Sorry about that. W wife, yeah, no, she was on top of her game. She was on top of her game. Bro, some zero sugar ice cream is good. Avoid the ones that use sugar alcohols though. My problem is, I think I've tried the zero sugar ice cream before. I hate the texture of it. It's less about the taste and more the texture. I don't know, that's why I like Bluebell ice cream so much. I don't know, it's a texture thing for me. Obviously, I love sweet, so let me not play, but frozen yogurt though? Ooh, Sarah coming in with the absolute gym. Yeah, no, I you know what I mean? I didn't even think about that. Wow. I should have thought about that. I mean, all in all, I didn't go to begin with, so, I mean, I didn't have any of it. Not that cereal is really that much better, if we're being honest. They're just little sugar pellets, if you really think about it. But nonetheless. Is gelato a healthier option? I love gelato. I'm a bougie bit. Is it? I don't know. What makes gelato? I don't know the difference. Frozen Greek yogurt is kind of healthy. Ooh. Frozen, I don't know if you guys like honey, but like a tablespoon of honey in Greek yogurt with like, I don't know, some granola and almonds. Really don't even need almonds if you don't want it, but granola. Freezing that might be the wave. Except I'm not really eating carbs at the moment. My problem with carbs is that once I start consuming them, I want them all the time. Which is kind of crazy considering I had cereal the other night. I had to, like, the next day I was really, really on top of like, no, do not eat carbs. You know what I mean? And fruit on top, stop! Oh, I love fruit. It depends on the fruit though. Pineapple goes hard. What else? Strawberries. Really kind of any berries for that matter. What else kind of fruit would I put in there? I don't do apples. I mean, I love apples, but I just want like a raw apple by itself. You know what I mean? But yes, that would go so hard. Ooh, that would go so hard. You're speaking to my fat side. And this is why I'm trying not to eat sweets and stuff. Because I recognize that I have very little self-control. But the past 2 days, I've been tracking my calories and my protein intake, and I've nailed it 2 days in a row. So I ate 2,600 calories. Last night I got 230 grams of protein in, and yeah, no, feeling good, feeling good. Egg whites with chocolate powder. I've never even thought about that. Kiwi, ooh, pineapple, mango, and strawberries and blueberries. Yo, Sarah's on top of it. What the hell? It sounds like you've done this before, Sarah. Is that what I'm learning about you? Sarah's like, look, I know how to get to scratch that sweet itch that you get without, you know, blowing your calories and just absolutely ruining your diet. I get it. Heck yeah, dude. Are you using the app that I showed? Not yet. I was actually just plugging it into ChatGPT. I haven't set up the app. I haven't downloaded. I just need to set it up. But I was busy yesterday, and so I had to pick up my kids and stuff from PDO, and we had to run some errands, so I didn't have time to set it up. But I do need to set it up. I love fruit bowls, and I can't lie, an acacia bowl. I have an acai bowl, excuse me. I haven't had that in a while. Like, not in a very long time. I actually used to be really big, but I lost around 100 pounds. No way. Congratulations, that's so awesome. I am currently down from my heaviest 40 pounds. And this year I've lost 20. I probably could lose, my goal is to lose another 75. Now, however long that takes me, I really don't know. I mean, obviously, if I could do it faster, I would prefer that. But I want to also make sure that I'm healthy. I have, just based off of my scale that kind of scans my body, I have 183, 184 pounds of muscle on me. I can't remember how much skeletal muscle I have, but I'm like around 30% body fat, which I don't like. I don't like it at all. I'm a big boy. So, but we're slowly working on it. We're slowly working on it. I can say this. It is kind of mind-boggling how much 40 pounds feels like when you lose that. Like how much better your joints feel when you lose 40 pounds. Losing 100 pounds must feel so incredible. I bet you feel like a new human. Oh my gosh. I bet it feels incredible. I bet it feels incredible. I can't wait. I cannot wait to have lost that much weight. But I've really had to like lock in because I can eat, dog. If I remember correctly, I think I went from 225 to 130. Jeez, that's insane. Wow. How long did it take? Wow. That is incredible work. Yeah, if I was, my healthy weight would be 225. Like 200 to 225 is like my ideal weight. If I was 135 pounds, we would have some serious problems. I'd probably be in a hospital. Granted, I'm also 6'4", so there's that. I can't get past 220 for my weight. When I cut, I'll probably be at 190 because of the muscle I put on. Yeah. I mean, I would love to be, if I was 225, 215, I would be very, very happy. Okay, so 2 years. That's not bad. 50 pounds a year is, I mean, roughly that's a healthy amount. I mean, you're losing, what, a pound a week, which is like ideal. 2 pounds is like extreme. So like you doing it over 2 years is probably one of the best things that you can do. Also, when you think about like, I don't know, I think about like how stretchy my skin is or how stretchy it will be or could be. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think the slower that you lose weight, the more time you give your skin to kind of, you know, de-stretch or tighten up. I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the word is. Tighten up, maybe? But you said you can't get past 220 for my weight. Like, is that like you're trying to get past 220 in like in terms of bulking, or like you physically are like, no, I shouldn't be past 220? Because I soared past 220 really easily. I really have no problem overeating. Like I've always said this, and I think part of it's because of the way that I was raised, and then part of it being an athlete growing up. But like, people would be like, "Yo, are you hungry?" And I'd be like, I could eat." You know what I mean? Like I've always been able to do that. Even when I'm full, I'll be like, no, I could eat. It may be a little uncomfortable, but like I can breathe through it. It's such a bad place to be. The skin thing makes you tweak, not gonna lie. That's the one thing that kind of makes me nervous, but I also have to remind myself, I guess I don't have to remind myself. I just think about like how I'm going to feel losing the weight. I'm like, I'd rather be gone. Like, I'd rather the weight be gone. I don't care. The skin can be flabby. I quite literally don't give a shit. I'd rather be healthy and no longer fat. So that's just my perspective on it now. I think initially I was like, dude, I don't want to look all flabby and blah, 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 blah. And then it was like, well, you're just getting fatter, dude. So what does it matter? You know what I mean? That has been the biggest thing for me. Granted, I haven't lost enough weight to be like, because walking is comfortable. Now it's definitely better. That's my biggest thing. I just want because I have 2 bulging discs in my lower back from sports. I just want my joints to feel better. Like, I recognize that we can't stop getting older, but I want to feel young. I don't want to be younger. Been there, done that. I just want to feel younger, right? I want to be able to wake up in the morning and not like groan and stuff when I stand up. You know what I mean? No matter what I do, I just can't. Before I started working out, I was 216 pounds. Then I locked in, dropped to 183. Probably put on 20 pounds of muscle since I started working out. Dang, dude. Giggle Shitter, welcome back. How are you? We're doing all right. Heck yeah. Yeah, I have no issues putting on weight. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Probably because I do it, like, maybe if I was eating clean food all the time, then it would be a whole lot harder, but yeah, I just kind of eat. I just kind of eat. It's so weird that running used to hurt, but now it feels good. Ooh, okay. Yeah. I suck at running. That's okay. I ran yesterday, and I'm really sore today because of it. That's alright. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Hey, I still have a lot of potential. I was approached by a bodybuilder coach, and he offered his facilities for me to use. Really? I've never, ever. I'm built like a garden gnome, dog. Like, I got long arms. Like, my wingspan is 6'9.5". I'm 6'4", so I basically can almost scratch my knees standing up. Except, like, my torso is really short, and I have like an average neck, so I have really long legs. I just look really weird. I run really weird. I look goofy when I run. I don't look like an athlete at all. It's kind of bad. But that's all right, because I'm not running for anybody else. I'm running for myself and myself alone, so there's that. Yeah. Do with that information whatever you will, you know. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But my goal is to either... I want to do one of 2 things. No, I want to do both. I want to compete in a high rocks competition. And then I also want to run a marathon. So, yeah, I got a lot of running and a lot of working out to do. Built like a garden gnome? You mean an orangutan? You know what? You're right. Yes, an orangutan. More like an orangutan. That is true. Dun, 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 dun. I'm only 4'11", so imagine how goofy I look. 4'11". Oh my goodness, Sarah. Yeah, you see the world from a completely different perspective than me. that is kind of wild. So it's not high rocks. It is HYROX. It's like CrossFit, but it's more functional lifts. So like you'll run, let's say there's like 8 stations, you'll run 1,000 meters, okay? So like 2.5 laps around a normal track, and then you'll go do, say, weighted lunges, and you'll have to knock out like 60 lunges or go a certain distance. And then you'll go back to the track, run another 1,000 meters, and then you'll do another lifting exercise like sled pulls, okay, for 150 meters or something like that. And then you'll go back and run again, and then back and forth until you complete all the stations that they have, and it's timed, and yeah, so that's basically it. So it is so, I don't know, it just looks so fun to do. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I got pretty lucky for bodybuilders next. Everything is great but my chest. I was not gifted with any bodybuilder genetics, or let me rephrase that. I don't think, maybe because I've never been thin enough to be able to tell, but like, I think I would just look goofy because of how long my arms are and how long my legs are. I was really just robbed of being like, honestly, I was projected to be 6'8", 6'9", but then my torso and neck were like, nah, you don't need to be proportional. So I just look goofy. I have a okay chest. My arms are pretty bad. My legs are the ones that, like, I have God-given calves, okay? I have awesome looking calves. I can't say that. Aerial silk? Are you talking about those ladies that like fly around with the silk and stuff, like from the ceiling? Because I've seen it done. It does look really, really cool, but I would end up slamming myself into the ground. And then like the point where like they wrap themselves up to the ceiling and then they like roll and then they're like flipping and rolling and flipping, and right before they hit the floor they stop. I don't know how they do it, but it's actually freaking impressive. It is incredibly impressive. I don't understand it. I've never done it. I'm too big of a chicken to actually try. There's guys that do it, I'm sure, but I don't know if there are guys that are my size that do that. You want to be in the air, girl? Go do it. Ain't nobody stopping you. Get after it, girl. I will never do it. I will never. But I will go to performances where people do it, and I will tip my hat. You know what I mean? Absolute respect. About proportions, I do want to compete. I do want to compete in natural bodybuilding one day. Well, hell yeah, get after it. Get after it. Ain't nothing stopping you, big boy. I mean, clearly it sounds like you got a decent... obviously your genetics seem pretty good, and then you have like a decent workout routine. I have a deep respect for bodybuilders. I never want to bodybuild, but I have a deep respect for them because that is a level of dedication that I don't think a lot of people understand. Like to diet down to like sub 10% body fat. Like, I'm dieting right now, and my stomach is growling right now, and I'm still eating 2,600 calories. These guys are going down to like 2,200, sometimes sub 2,000 calories. These are grown adult men who are like my size. It's crazy. I'm running away to the circus. Sarah, hey, look, when you make it in the circus doing all the flips and stuff with the silk, you just let us know. We'll try and support, all right? I don't know what circus it will be, Cirque du Soleil or whatever, but I hope it goes well for you, you know? I did gymnastics and ballet when I was a little kid, and my mom recorded a video of it, and I was just standing there. I just like stared at her and stared at the camera and was like, nah, don't make fun of me, but I wanted to be a male stripper back in the day. Hey, look. Male stripper or not, those guys are in tremendous shape, so I get it. The cut is hard, bro. I was eating 2,200 calories and I was losing 3 to 4 pounds a week. That is so difficult. It was miserable not having any energy in it. That's all I'm saying. No energy. OMGT? Look, you can't tell me that. Look, I don't care what people say. If you, do I agree with being a stripper? Not necessarily. But do I understand why people do it? Yeah, you get paid. It's your money, boo-boo. Okay, that's number one. And two, they're generally in tremendous shape. All right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Now, I've never been to a strip club. Don't have any plans on ever going. Have no desire to go. It's not my thing. But if that's what you do, that's what you do. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Mainly because I'm not going to go throw money at somebody. I'm just not doing it. My bank account ain't set up for that. And then also, I got a wonderful, beautiful... I have the most amazing wife. I could never. You know what? Yeah, word, I agree. Thank you. Yeah, I could never... I have the... My wife saved my life in ways that I probably don't even understand. I don't know where I'd be as a man. I don't know if I'd be here if it weren't for her. So, yeah, you'll never catch me at a strip club. But if that's what you want to do, you know, be my guess. I support from over here. Exactly. Do you, boo-boo. Who am I to tell you how to live your life? I chose the accounting route, but apparently accountant is another term for stripper, so everyone thought I was actually stripping. Wait, really? That's crazy work. That's crazy. You're like, no, I'm actually an accountant. All right, Jay. You're like, no, seriously. I sit at a desk and stare at spreadsheets all day. All right. How else do you want me to prove this? That's kind of funny. That's just wild work. That's diabolical. I'd be so pissed off. I would be so pissed off. Like, how about this? You come to work with me today. All right, cool. They show up and they're like, so where are the polls? Like, I know, I told you I'm an accountant. Right. How you end up getting a backhand. Absolutely getting backhand. Smack the hell out of somebody. Pull yourself together, dude. I type numbers into a spreadsheet all day. I make sure people are paying their bills and budgeting properly. Leave me the hell alone, you know what I mean? Let me live my life. Speaking of accountants, I have nothing to say about it, but my daughter blew out in her little car seat today, and that was not fun. I'm talking, she is the queen of blowouts. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but she just poops all over the place. It is so insane. It's an absurd amount of poop, and it started like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 at this point, and we don't know how to get it under control. I mean, it's almost, I'm almost afraid to leave the house. Can I ask a deep question? Sure, ask away. Now, depending on the question, will determine whether or not I answer. I'll be honest with you. Go ahead, ask. Ask away. Feel free to ask. My nose is itching, and I even took my allergy medicine today. And I keep scratching my nose, but it keeps itching. You know what I mean? It's one of those type of those itches one of the itches that just return. I had the same issues as a child. I used to carry a gallon of milk around with me as a wee lad. As a wee little lad. Really? A gallon of milk. That must have been an interesting sight. I haven't had milk in a couple of days. I'm trying to ease up on the amount of milk that I drink because I actually love it, and I realize there's quite a bit of sugar and carbs in milk. So I think I kind of eased up on it quite a bit. And because I've done that, I feel like my weight loss has been going a bit better. The scale finally moved for the first time in like a month. That was awesome. That was really awesome to see. Just slowly but surely watching that bad boy trickle on down. You know what I mean? It can be so demoralizing when the scale doesn't move. Granted, I weigh almost every day, which I really shouldn't. It should be like once a week, but whatever. You know? I'm waiting for these deep questions. This deep question suspense is killing me. Same here. What if Sarah just left us on a cliffhanger? It was like, I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna leave them in a state of limbo. They're gonna wonder for the rest of today and probably into tomorrow and maybe even the day after that what the deep question is. You know what I mean? Boom. 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 Ah, nice little drink. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. We would be edged. Just like I'm staying up late at night, just wondering what happened. What was the thought process there? What could that question be? I don't know. You'll never know. Just gonna have to assume. I hope that one day she returns and asks. Boom, boom, ba-dum, 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 boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. My brain works after my fingers, or my brain works faster than my fingers. I do that all the time. I will, except my typos are like I just forget to type the word, so I'll say the sentence or the thought in my head as I'm typing, and then I'll forget to add whatever word it is. And so, like, I'll say I'm going to the store, and I'll type in I'm going, forget the to and the, and then store. And then my wife will be like, I'm sorry, and I'll be like, I meant going to the store. You know what I mean? I do that so often. Boom, boom. Would you ever get one of those chips installed? Like, you know how like Elon Musk and whatever his company is that's working on like the mental chips? Would you ever have one of those installed in your head? That's a no-go for me. I don't care how cool it is. Never happening. No shot. I refuse. I don't care how efficient it is. You're never installing one of those into my brain. I don't care if you can play video games just using your thoughts. You know what I mean? It's just like it would never happen. I would never, ever. I would never freaking do that. Now, it's one thing if you are, you know, paralyzed or something like that. That makes a lot of sense to me. But you know what I mean? Not me. I'm good. Assuming I know the context on my head, then they get stunned, so I have to remind myself they don't know what I know. Ah, yes. Like, wait, you don't understand what's happening in my head? I do that all the time. I don't do that all the time. I've had moments where I've done that. Let's see here. Refill on the carpet. Oh my gosh, that would be hell. That would be hell. If they put ads in your brain, dude, no way. That would be torture. That would be torture. Yeah, no way, bro. That has to be that has to be unethical, right? Surely that's unethical. Like, you'd have to like consent to something like that. That's actually insane. I've never thought about that. No way. Yeah, I'd never. I would freaking never. You try to shut it off while you go to sleep and like you can't. Just every 20 minutes or so you get like an ad. Oh. Oh. Like, I also want to know, do you see like an interface? How does that work? I'm so confused as to how this all works. Is it like connected to your glasses? Do you have glasses that you put on or something and like you just walk around with an interface pulled up? You know what I mean? Kind of an insane thought when I start thinking about it. Oh my gosh, dude, no! Maybe like you have to minimize it or something, and it minimizes over in the corner so that you continue driving. That would be such a... Yeah, just because of that, there's no way. There's no way they can do that because, like, you know those poster boards that you drive past? The little advertisement boards and stuff? Billboards, there we go. You can't put like those like little codes on them that you can scan with your phone. It's illegal to do that. You can't actually do that. So there's no way they'd be able to run ads if you had like a chip installed. I mean, I guess if the car was an auto self-driving car, but I also don't trust that very much. You also have to keep your hand on the steering wheel, I'm pretty sure. Or touch the steering wheel every so often, every 30 seconds or something like that. Something crazy. No, I'm pretty sure you have to keep your hand on it. It's kind of crazy. I mean, not crazy. It's a good thing, but like... Oh, what a thought, man. What a crazy thought. That is so fast. Why I'm thinking about it, I don't know, because I'm not getting it done, ever. But then the real question is, would you leave Earth? Would you ever travel to, like, Mars or something? I don't think I would. I mean, the idea of it's cool, but like, once you leave, there's like no coming back. You know what I mean? Brain chip have aimbot. That is true. You couldn't compete unless you're competing against other people with brain chips. Like, there's just you have, as odd as it is to say, an unfair advantage. You probably have the brain chip for a very specific reason. But like, you know what I mean? They do have aimbot. That's crazy to think about. But wouldn't that take away the fun from the game? I feel like after a while it wouldn't be as fun. You know what I mean? Like after a while I'd be like, this is kind of sucks. I'm way too good because of this. You know? Like, I didn't really have to practice the game. I mean, I guess there's, you know, there's other aspects of video games from a competitive standpoint, like understanding timings and spawn points depending on the game that you're playing and whatnot, but like, you know, still, it just feels weird. It feels a little weird is all I'm saying. Boom, 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 boom. That. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. We've been dealing with a ridiculous amount of rain, and it's supposed to rain all the way through Friday, and I'm a little bit saddened by it. We're actually under like a flash flood warning, which I'm not really looking forward to. Like, I love the rain, don't get me wrong, but I think Sarah has left us. She did. And that's okay. I'm just gonna be wondering what this deep question is for probably the remainder of my life. Or at least for the next few days. At some point I'll forget about it. I'm sure I'll forget about it here in like the next hour, but until then, you know, I'm kind of stuck thinking about it. Maybe the deep question was her asking if she could ask a deep question. And the whole premise was to make us think deeply about what the next question was. You know what I mean? Oh no, but it rains until you leave for Utah. That sucks. I have no plans of doing anything like that. We were supposed to have a cookout for 4th of July, but that probably won't happen. I mean, you know, you can't really cook in rain, so there's that. It probably won't have any fireworks, which honestly I don't hate. Like, I'm cool with fireworks up until like, I don't know, maybe 1 a.m. And after that, I start asking questions. I'm like, yo, guys, come on. Come on. Why are we still popping fireworks? And I can do it for like the next day, maybe the next 2 days. But it's always the people that have fireworks like a week and a half later that are still popping. And I'm just like, how do you guys do this? How do you not pop all the fireworks? Maybe because they like do a lot of drinking or something. Maybe that's what's happening. But you know what I mean? The deep question was the silence. Us as humans often forget the peace of solitude, so we become anxious and fearful when we are met with silence, left alone with our own thoughts. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. I felt very, Aristotle-esque? Yeah, nah, Jay. You really were, you're in your bag right then and there. What's the actor's name that's like, you gotta be careful about solitude? Because you'll find that the quiet and peace that comes with it is addicting. It's not exactly the quote, but it's the guy who plays Bane in the 3rd Batman movie. I mean, we've seen Bane a few times, but in the Dark Knight series, that one. I can't think of his name right now. But he's a really, like, shy, quiet actor. Ow, dude, I got a cut on my finger because my hands are dry, and it freaking hurts. I just slammed it onto my glasses. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, move out the way. Move out the way. It's gonna be so nice when none of these guys spawn. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be such a nice moment in time. I might cry. I may just cry a ton. Will I actually cry? No, there's no way I'm actually. You know what I mean? Best I felt in life was when I was in contact with no one. It's important to have those moments. Just I don't know. I think it speaks to the spirit of a man of just being able to go. One of my favorite things to do is have like a little campfire. Even though I've never been camping, but like, you know, get a little fire pit, get a fire going, light up a cigar. I don't know, get some sipping whiskey or something like that, and just chill. You know, for a few hours, just not talking to anyone, not really thinking about anything specific, just letting my thoughts kind of flow, chewing on them for a little bit, and just moving on, you know? Actually, I fear I can't be in a long-term relationship because I crave being alone too much. I think having a healthy boundary of like, hey, you know, making sure your significant other knows and understands there are going to be times where I just want to be left alone. That's a conversation that I've had with my wife. She'll be like, you know, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm going through my thoughts. not mad or anything. I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like hanging out. I just want to be left alone with my thoughts. And she's like, I get it. Whether she does or not, I don't know. But like, I get it. All right, cool. Well, I'll let you do your thing. You know, if you need me, I'm over here. It's usually late at night when that happens. She usually like gets ready for bed and then just lays down. And if she's awake whenever I'm done, she's awake. If not, then she's asleep, you know? W night. Oh, exactly. It's so nice to have. It really is. It puts a freaking smile on my face. I just loves it. Loves it. It also makes me think about like when I'm older. You know, my kids are older. So what's that like dynamic gonna look like? Are we all gonna be out there just hanging out? You know? And I recognize there's gonna be a period of time where like my kids don't want to hang out with me, and that hurts my heart. Makes me sad just to be real with everybody. But I also understand that, you know, that's part of life and growing up. And then there's gonna be like, you know, maybe not for everybody, but I feel like there is with parents and kids that have a relatively healthier relationship. I feel like there's a point in time where your kids realize that like, oh, my parents are a wealth of knowledge and experiences, and like I'm struggling in life for whatever reason. I don't understand this and don't understand that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. Like that's kind of my hope, is that like they're going to not want to hang out, but at some point as they enter into being an adult and like the workforce and like just experiencing life for the like truly experiencing life on their own for the first time, that after a couple of years of doing that, they come around and they're like, you know what, mom, dad, I don't know, it's a lot. What did you guys do during this? You know what I mean? Interesting. Okay. See, I didn't hate being around my parents or anything like that. It wasn't like I didn't want to be around my parents as a teenager. I wanted to be with my friends. And so I just spent a lot of time with my friends. Whenever I could. If I wasn't playing video games, I was hanging out with friends. And so there wasn't this natural like, oh, I don't want to hang out with my mom and dad. There was just a simple like, oh no, I'd rather do this. And then as I got older and started having kids, it dawned on me just like what my parents did. One thing I need to do a better job of is just calling my parents, and, you know, I don't know,